Just how good is the Football Trading Genie AI for football trading? In this full review, we're going to go under the hood. We're going to show you exactly how it works, how the software looks, how the members area looks, show you some never before seen real life trades which were done based on the AI powered strategies that this piece of kit can produce. So go grab a nice cold beer and let's get into it. So we are inside the Football Trading Genie, and this is pretty much what you're going to see whenever you log into it. You get a very nice greeting, nice and friendly, and then you've got a bunch of matches which you can click on and dive into, which we will do in just a moment. Just going to quickly show you around it. So you can press the search and search for a specific match. If you want, you can, of course, start to go via the countries. It shows whatever matches are available over the next 24 to 48 hours. You've got the starting soon, which at the moment, morning time. So yeah, there's no matches starting soon. You can also look at matches that are tomorrow. Also, if you wanted to look a little bit further ahead, then you've got your chats also, which currently I don't have any open. So you've also got the strategies. So you can click here, and then if there's a particular strategy you're looking for, let's just say we want to click on Fireball, for example, then we can just click on this, and then the Football Trading Genie is going to try and have a good look for all the best matches today that are going to be good for the Fireball strategy. So a bit of a quiet day today, but yeah, 2 matches from the looks of it, and it kind of gives you the trading plan for that match also. Okay, so that is what the strategy section is, which is yeah, probably one of the best features of it. And then you get your short list for that particular strategy, and then we can start to have a look at other strategies and other matches from there. So we're going to take a look at some specific matches in just a moment, but I do want to just quickly go over what is actually under the hood in the Football Trading Genie. And real quick, if you're liking what you see in this video and you just want to skip everything that's in this video and actually start using the Football Trading Genie for yourself, click the link in the description to take the next step, or scan that QR code. Okay, that will lead you in the right direction, and you can do that at any point during the video. So let me talk about what is under the hood with the Football Trading Genie, because most people get it completely wrong. They think the Football Trading Genie is just ChatGPT with a football trading prompt. It's not. The Football Trading Genie is built completely differently. So under the hood, you've got a mathematical based AI. Okay, so it's like having a mathematician on call, and it's designed to think in probabilities, not opinions, not thoughts or feelings, or that they had a dream the night before about which team would win the match. This is all done based on cold, hard numbers, probabilities. Okay, the emotion is taken out of it. It's also connected to a live API data feed. It's being constantly updated with real match stats, the XG, the market context, etc. And something like ChatGPT cannot do that unless you're going to manually feed the data into the ChatGPT all by yourself. It's also 100% trained on football trading, so there is no mistaking, there is no blurred lines or anything like that. This is not generic football betting knowledge shoehorned for football trading. This is 100% trained on football trading itself. It's not going to hallucinate and start talking about other things, which will happen with basic apps like ChatGPT or similar. So anyway, look, you're getting where the value is, how the market is behaving, and what the optimal move actually is. Okay, this isn't the AI guessing. This is an AI which thinks exactly like a football trader. And so what we've shown you in recent videos, you will use the AI as your entry point. You will then open a trade and then use the XG to obviously guide you. So you're still going to use your own football trading skills when you're trading with AI, but you are going to be using the AI to guide you into the market, to save all the time with all the research, and obviously run all those complicated equations for you. But anyway, as said, we wanted to look at some specific matches inside the Football Trading Genie. So I've just shown you how it works, and yeah, we're going to dive into some matches and show you how the trades played out and the type of strategies that the Football Trading Genie will come up with, because it will come up with a pretty much custom strategy for whichever match you are trading. So anyway, let's get into that right now. But before we do, if you like this sort of video, it'd be great if you just click that like button, and YouTube will probably send you more videos just like this in the future. While you're there, hit the subscribe button too, and you'll get all our videos as soon as they come out. Anyway, let's dive into it now. Let's check out some real life football trades using the Football Trading Genie. So we've got a match from the French League 2, Red Star against Boulogne, and yeah, we wouldn't typically trade this, but we're going to use AI to help us trade it. So let's load up this match, click on Best Football Trading Strategy, see what the AI comes up with. Remember, we don't have to follow it, okay? You don't have to follow it. You could just let the numbers crunch and then see what the suggestion is. If you don't like the look of it, just move on. There's plenty more matches to take a look at. But let's see what it says here. So it is suggesting we're looking for Red Star to be the first team to take the lead. We're going to back Red Star, 50% of our stake, and we'll back 50% on over 2.5 goals also. Okay, all right, let's get set up. So here we are on the back on the market. We're going to back Red Star, 50% of our stake, and then got 50% in on the over 2.5 goals. So anyway, we will trade from there. Let's see what happens. 32 minutes in, and we've had the opening goal on this one, and it's gone in favor of Red Star. So obviously we're expecting Red Star to take the lead. This is how the match odds market looks. Now the over and under 2.5 goal market looks like this also. So there's profit on both markets. But what we can do, we can try and look for that second goal to try and improve the profit on the over 2.5 goals market. So we will remove the risk from the match odds market. We'll leave the free bet of £32 on Red Star, and we'll try and see if we can get a second goal. And on that second goal, we will make a decision based on whoever gets that second goal. So anyway, let's see what happens. It's Red Star 1, Boulogne. Anyway, the away team 0. So it took a bit of a while, but the expected equaliser has arrived. So we're on the 1-1. Let me just show you the match odds market. Obviously, remember, we had everything locked in now because we kind of saw this coming. So we got the profit locked in on this one. The big question is, what do we do on this over 2.5 goals market? I was anticipating that if we were going to get an equaliser, we would get it earlier. So the goal timings aren't really helping us. So I will just remove the risk from this so that we can potentially profit if we get the third goal of the match, because that's what we're still expecting with regards, there's a red card which still hasn't shown up on the Betfair interface, but it is a red card to Red Star. So they are playing with 10 men. You would fully expect that the away team are going to go on and win this, or at least there's another goal. So that's what we're going to do. Worst case scenario now, we will only collect £17, but if we get one further goal, then we will pretty much double up that profit. Okay, so let's give that a go. It's 1-1, 20 minutes left. 72 minutes, and now we do have the goal. It has now gone 2-1 to the away team, so we're now going to land that profit of the over 2.5 goals. So just a bit of a tricky match to trade in the end because of that red card. It kind of skewed things a little, but anyway, we've done well to make the profit that we did. So let me just check on this. So you can see the red. You can see the match odds market. It is as it is now. Now remember, we initially went in. We backed Red Star. Red Star took the lead around 31 minutes, and we were looking good. We had the free bet on Red Star. As it stood, if we got another goal pretty soon, we could have locked in an even bigger green on the over 2.5 goals market. As it was, we didn't get that next goal for a good 30-40 minutes after. So the goal timings have not really helped us with this. That's just part and parcel of football trading. If we would have got those goals sooner, then our profits would have been much bigger. But anyway, around £17 on this one. Around, what was it, 17 or 18? Can't even remember. But either way, look, we're profitable on both markets, and it's been an interesting trade. So we're out of this one on 74 minutes. It's Red Star 1, Boulogne 2. So we're looking at this match, Arouca versus Sporting Lisbon. We're looking to trade it, but we're going to turn to the AI to give us a strategy to trade it with. So we're in the Football Trading Genie. We're clicking on Best Football Trading Strategy after loading up the match. and it's going to crunch all the numbers for us, and it's going to give us a potential opening angle into the match. We don't necessarily have to follow it if we're not confident. But anyway, we'll take a look here, and it does look like the value, not necessarily in the match odds market, Sporting Lisbon quite low price, but we're going to lay under 2.5 goals. We're going to lay 50% at entry and then 50% 15 minutes later. So that's interesting. Let's go take a look at the market. So as you can see here, it's suggesting to lay 50% of our stake at entry, but we don't necessarily have to do that, okay? I'm going to go in a little bit lower, and I'm just going to put a lay order in there. So we're still effectively following the advice. We're just going in at lower odds. So I'm going to put that in the market, click on keep, and then the following one was a little bit lower. We'll lay again at those ones. So this is just a good example of using the AI to obviously give you that direction, but you as a football trader, you still need to decide what prices that you want to take, what prices you like the look of. And if you do look at a price like this on under 2.5 goals and you're like, well, no, don't like that price, you can try and go for another price. If a goal is scored in the meantime, no trade, we'll just move on. But for me, I will take the Genie's advice with regards to getting involved on the goals markets, but I'm going to go in at a little bit of a lower entry point. So anyway, it's going to be interesting to trade. Let's see what happens in play. We just had the opening goal of the match on the 34th minute. So as predicted, we got in that window. I had both my lay orders matched, 2.2 and 1.6. So anyway, good timing on the goal, and 10 minutes left in the second half. We could take this profit, we could lock it in. You've obviously got lots of options, and we are just here just to pretty much just show you the types of trading strategies that the Genie can come up with. But what we will do is just remove risk and try and see if we can go for more goals in this one. You've always got loads of options, and this is where it comes down to you as the trader. Do you want to lock it in? Do you see there being more goals? You can chase more goals. You could remove risk. There's so many different things you can do. But anyway, for this trade, we've pretty much achieved what we were looking for. We wanted both our lay orders matched, then we get the goal. Now we're in a strong position to trade the rest of the match and to potentially go for more goals, depending on the XG, etc. So anyway, nice example for you. Arouca 1, Sporting Lisbon. Sorry, Arouca 0, Sporting Lisbon 1. So more trading demonstrations coming up, but as you can see, the possibilities for this are absolutely unlimited and absolutely endless. Anyway, if you like what you're seeing, remember to click that like button just to support the channel and do something positive for us. And as I did mention earlier on, if you just want to skip all of this and try and get your hands on the Football Trading Genie, then click the link that is in the description, scan the QR code. That will get you one step further, because it all depends on the time that you view this video and the availability. It won't always be available. So yeah, if you are interested and you do like what you see and just want to skip to the next step, click the link in the description of this video, scan that QR code, and it will take you right there. But while we're here, I also wanted to show you the Football Trading Genie dashboard. So when you do become a member, you will get access to this dashboard, which has a few things we'll get into in just a moment. Now this button here will launch the Genie, and it will launch the actual software itself, which works in your browser, works instantly. You don't have to download anything to your computer. So we're not going to click that just yet because you've already seen it. But then we do have the strategy vault, and this is where we have live recordings and tutorials of a lot of the Football Trading Genie strategies. And because there is quite a lot, and some of the strategies might seem a little bit complex at first, we are adding them as they kind of come up. Okay, so we've got these ones here, which are the golden goals, the Genie's Gambit, and the golden egg. And just to quickly show you, for something like the Genie's Gambit, you'll have the full tutorial of this strategy, and then live trading library showing you lots of different examples of the strategy itself, including when it goes wrong, because it is one of those strategies, as you kind of seen, which seems like it's going to go right most of the time, but there are a few scenarios to be aware of. And anyway, look, we cover all of that within the video library. And then we've got a whole bunch of the other strategies, and this will be organized and improved with time, because we're still pretty much trying to finalize the Football Trading Genie's strategy portfolio, if you want to call it that. But as you can see, there's quite a lot, and we've got video demonstrations of quite a lot of these strategies. So if you are in the Genie and it suggests a strategy, you're not quite sure how you should trade it, then you can just come to the strategy vault and you can check out the tutorials of it and move forward from there. So that is great. And then also when you become a member, you will be able to download and use the mobile app. And so that is available on Android or on the App Store. Now, if you try and don't download the app without being a member, then it would be pointless because it's not going to work. You need to be a member, then you can download the app, and then you can actually use the app. And the app itself is very, very fast, very, very slick. Okay, do remember most of this is all still a work in progress. So there is still lots of stuff which will improve and just get better as time goes on. And so also just to show you down here, obviously you've got your profile, we don't need to click into that, but you do have the help zone and the support also. Okay, so for technical issues or any sort of glitches or anything like that, you can always just click on support, open up a ticket, but that should be pretty rare. So anyway, this is how it looks with the dashboard, but of course most exciting of all going to be the strategy vault, which is going to have a lot of strategies, and then obviously many more to come. Okay, many more to come in the future, and they'll just be added in here. But anyway, talking of strategies, let's dive into some more real life trading demonstrations using the Football Trading Genie, trying to follow the strategies that the Genie comes up with. Let's check it out here. So we're going to use AI to help us trade this match from German Bundesliga, Mainz against Wolfsburg. Quite even, obviously Mainz are the favourites there, but anyway, we're going to use the AI to give us the best strategy on this one. So inside the Football Trading Genie, you just load up the same match, Mainz versus Wolfsburg. You just click on Best Football Trading Strategy and let the AI do the work. Okay, so having a look at this, crunching all the numbers, and so it's suggesting that we're going to be backing over 2.5 goals. But we're going to take some insurance on the 1-1 correct score, which is quite interesting. So we're going to back 80% on over 2.5 goals, 20% on 1-1. So the next step, we'll look at the market and decide if we like the look of it and if we want to get involved. So got involved. I was surprised on the price on over 2.5 goals for German Bundesliga. Usually odds on for over 2.5 goals, but this one's even. So perhaps the AI has found a bit of value in this, but at the same time being cautious, right? So we've got £80 on over 2.5 goals, and then we've got £20 on the 1-1. So yeah, if it goes to 1-1, we're in a pretty strong position because you'll have profit on the 1-1, and then any goal after that will land the profit. But if it goes to other scores, we might have to we might have to work hard as football traders. So let's see what happens. Mainz versus Wolfsburg. We'll give you more updates in play. 4 minutes on the clock, and we've already had a goal. It's gone to Wolfsburg. So that is obviously very good news for our trade. It was to trade on over 2.5 goals with that 1-1 insurance. So obviously there is profit to be locked in here if we want. And obviously, let me show you how the correct score market looks. So, I mean, if we get an equaliser from Mainz, then obviously you're in a very, very strong position. But at the same time, I do believe we should take advantage of the fact that we've got this early goal, and it's probably as good as it's going to get with early goals, unless we get a second early goal. But we could just remove the risk from this right now, give ourselves that free bet on over 2.5 goals at the £52, knowing we still got that 1-1 insurance also. So let's do that. As it stands, we've got no risk in the over and under 2.5 goals market. We still have that 1-1 insurance alive if it does go to 1-1. But if it goes to 2-0 to Wolfsburg, then we will obviously reassess. So anyway, good start in this one. Mainz 0, Wolfsburg 1. So we just reached half-time. There's been no further goals. So obviously we got a goal right on the 3rd minute. No further goals since. So this is how the correct score market looks. I mean, you can take a profit there, but we're going to try and race the profits as much as possible. And in a way, we kind of want to get onto that 1-1 so we could do something with this green that we have on it. But anyway, back on the over 2.5 goals market, we've got that free bet on over 2.5 goals, which was a good decision to lock that in, considering there wasn't any further goals after that. So anyway, let's see what happens. We're pretty much waiting to see what the second goal of the match does for us. Whoever scores it, it's going to pretty much dictate the way that this trade goes. So Mainz 0, Wolfsburg 1. 68 minutes on the clock, and it has just gone Mainz 1, Wolfsburg 1. So we're on the 1-1, as you can see. So it's a little bit like checkmate. We're on the 1-1. If it remains 1-1, we're going to land that 128. If there's any other goals, we will land the £53 of profit. Now, it's obviously a little bit lopsided. There'll be a bigger profit if it remains 1-1, but we could just even this out. We could lock in this profit across all these outcomes, which I will do. So we'll lock it in, and this means that this is going to be a locked-in profit across the correct score market of £41, so 40, 41, 42. And that's locked in, and we will make that profit regardless if there's further goals. But if we do get another goal, we will then add £53 of profit on top of it. So that's a nice position to be in. We could just take the £30, but obviously another goal would be a bigger profit, 53 compared to 29. So we can let it run, and we will know we're definitely at least going to make £42. We could increase it to making a £95 profit overall. So it's one of those great trading situations where we know we're going to make a profit. It's just a matter of how much. Mainz 1, Wolfsburg 1, 69 minutes. And there it is, 72 minutes. We just got the money goal. It's Mainz 2, Wolfsburg 1. That £53 of profit is now landed on the over 2.5 goals. And we've got the added bonus of being able to lock in profits from what was originally our insurance. But obviously, as a football trader in the market, you can trade how you like to trade, and we obviously took a slightly different approach. That early goal really did kind of change the outlook of the trade, because the early goal pushed that price on over 2.5 goals almost as short as it's going to be within the first 5 minutes. So I took that opportunity to take the free bet, remove the risk from the market while there was that opportunity. And here we are. Okay, so Wolfsburg leading at half-time. It's been one hell of a turnaround for Mainz. But anyway, Mainz leading. We've gone over the 2.5. We've got the profits locked in. We've got the profits landed. And that is that for this trade. It was a fun one. Mainz 2, Wolfsburg 1. It's Bayer Leverkusen against Villarreal from the Champions League. We're going to be trading this one. We're going to use AI to help us trade it. So load up the same match in the Football Trading Genie, Bayer Leverkusen against Villarreal, and you just press on the best football trading strategy prompt. It's now going to go to work for us, breaking down all the data, all the statistics, and it's going to give us a opening strategy into the match. Okay, this is a way to get involved in the match, and it's looking interesting based on what it's seeing. So we're looking at laying the draw. We're also going to take insurance on the 1-1 scoreline. Okay, so we've seen this strategy before, obviously. We're not saying this is any sort of secret, new, magical strategy, but it is a solid one. So let's give it a go. We're going to get set up. So we're all set up. We're laying the draw in this one, as you can see. And then we've got insurance on the 1-1 score. Okay, so with this sort of trade, once you get one goal, especially if it's to the favourite, we should be in a pretty strong position after that. Early goals and potentially ended up on a 2-1 is where the complexity can start to arrive. And obviously a 0-0 is never good anyway. But anyway, we'll be trading this one in play, and we'll give you more updates. So we're 21 minutes in on this one, and so far so good. Leverkusen actually took the lead around the 12th minute. So obviously this draw price has risen. So that's the most ideal scenario for us. We've got the favourite lead in. Now, if we take a look at this, we have that 1-1 scenario covered should there be an equaliser. But as it stands, I mean, ideally, if Leverkusen can double the lead, we could probably just lock in the profits. Lock in the profits on the match odds market and just be done with this. But as it stands, we're in a good position because we are on the 1-0. We've got 1-1 covered. And if it remains like this, well, we're going to collect a profit. We might not even have to trade out. Let's see what happens, though. Leverkusen 1, Villarreal 0. 36 minutes on the clock. Leverkusen are now 2-0 up. And as per the directive on this one, the 2-0 gap we'll be collecting the profits on this. So let's just press the button, get it locked in, and then pretty much move on and yeah, call it a day on this one. So obviously do keep in mind, yeah, we've made green on the match odds market, but there was the insurance on the correct score, which is obviously going to take away from that green. Always important to mention that. But anyway, I mean, we followed the AI. The AI did suggest, look, lay the draw, cover that 1-1 as insurance. Did we need to cover the 1-1? Obviously, in hindsight, we didn't. It was pretty comfortable for Bayer Leverkusen. But again, it just shows you that you could follow the AI. You could maybe play it safe, having that 1-1 insurance, or you could just say, do you know what, I'll lay the draw. I'll be happy to just try and see if Leverkusen can win this comfortably. So anyway, we're out on 38 minutes. It's Leverkusen 2, Villarreal 0. And what also works great is the Football Trading Genie mobile app. So let's just press best strategy for this match, any random match. We just want to show you how it works. And you can see how fast it is, okay? It's coming out very, very smooth, very, very slick. This wasn't always the case for those Genie members who do remember when the app would, when the app first launched and yeah, would load one match and then basically crash. But not the case now. Now it works very, very nicely. And what's great, obviously, about using a mobile app is that you could just press that best strategy button. You could go and swap it and use other apps and it will generate. So anyway, look, you saw how that generated and you saw the strategy is all outlined. Now, let me just show you the strategy menu. If we get that to load, let's just pick, say, Snowball and just show you how that works on the app also. So the Genie knows we're looking for Snowball. We say, yep, run it, Genie. And it's going to find the very best Snowball trades for us today. Now, what's crazy, look how fast that was. Look how fast that was. I mean, it's absolutely crazy when you think how long it takes us manually to do our research. Yeah, we've got the AI which can just basically do that. I mean, that was almost 1 or 2 seconds, wasn't it? Now we just got to wait for it to fully output. And as you can see also, just with the detail, you can see that it's really given us a lot of detail with the trades, with the strategies, our entry points, our exit points, a stop loss, etc. It's got that there boiled down. So how fast could you do that as a human compared to the AI? Only you can tell me. But yeah, once this is done, which it should be done very, very shortly, we can take a good look at this and get a good look at, yep, you get the final shortlist, as you can see, and then you can just go from there. Okay, so it's simple as that. So the mobile app, absolutely brilliant. And as said, if you want to just skip all of this video and get a step closer to actually just using the Football Trading Genie for yourself, scan the QR code, click the link in the description. I'm sure you know that by now. Anyway, let's get into it. I've got some more real life examples using the strategies that the Genie has provided. So we're looking to trade this Champions League match with Ajax against Olympiakos. We're going to use AI to help us trade it. So we're in the Football Trading Genie. We load up the same match, Ajax versus Olympiakos, and we just click on best strategy. Let the Genie crunch all the numbers and let us know what strategy, what opening strategy we should be using on this. Okay, it's going to look at all the historical data and tell us where it thinks the opening strategy should be, which is already looking like an interesting one. So we're looking at backing Olympiakos, 50% of our stake on Olympiakos, but then also 50% of our stake on over 2.5 goals also. So let's get set up. So I've got set up on this by backing Olympiakos with 50% of our stake, as you can see here. Now, over on 2.5 goals market, now in the Genie's directive, it did say go for odds above evens, 2.0 or above on over 2.5 goals. So put an order in. I've put in an order on 2.2. So I'm going for an even higher bit of juice on that over 2.5 goals price. Should get matched fairly early in the match. So anyway, once we are matched, we'll see how it goes. Ajax against Olympiakos just about to kick off. So we've reached half time in this one and no movement. It's a 0-0 stalemate. So if we go back to what the Genie said, it did say, look, if the match is dead at half time, the contingency strategy is to consider backing over 1.5 goals. That is obviously something we could consider. So don't necessarily have to follow it blindly, but looking at the XG on this one, it's looking promising. So we are due a goal. So I think we'll take that option, okay? It's suggesting to get in with half the stake we've entered with. And so if we can at least get one or just 2 goals in the second half, that should look to start to, well, soften the blow, because obviously we're kind of up against it with looking to make a nice profit on this one. So anyway, let's see what happens though in the second half. It's 0-0 at half time. 53 minutes on the clock. The goal we were expecting has just arrived, and it's gone the right way also. So Olympiakos have taken the lead. It's shortened their price into 1.52. You can see we've got £22 of green. There's a lot to keep up with here. So if we go to the over and under 1.5 goals market, you can see we could lock in £27 of green. And then we are on a -5 on the over and under 2.5 goals market. So there's lots to lots to take into account on this one. But as it stands, we're obviously green here, and we're green on the 1.5. Let's quickly check the directive. And so based on this, ideally watch for when 2 goals are scored. So we will hang in there for 2 goals. However, remember the over and under 1.5 goals, that was not really part of the original plan with this. So I will leave that as a free bet on over 1.5 goals. So that's locked in. The risk is removed from that. As it stands, obviously, if Olympiakos win and it just remains 1-0, we'll collect £61. If there's no further goals, we'll collect £61, and that will put us into a profit no matter what, okay? But anyway, we're still expecting further goals. And as per the Genie directive, we'll see what happens after that second goal arrives. If the second goal is scored, we're going to collect £35 no matter what, and then we'll just see where we stand. But anyway, as it stands, Ajax 0, Olympiakos 1. So we just had the second goal on this one, and yeah, the over 1.5 market is now closed. So there's now green to take on the 2.5 goals market. However, if you're eagle-eyed, you'll see who that second goal has gone to. It's actually an equaliser. So the perfect goal for us would have been a second Olympiakos goal. But anyway, let's get this locked in. So let's round this up. It's pretty much £19 of profit. We had around £33 from the over 1.5 goals market. So we've got £50 of profit that is made. So if we just exit this market, because we didn't get the ideal goal that we were looking for, we can lock in a profit overall. So we'll end up with just a £30 worth of profit, with the goal markets giving us the profit we were looking for. So anyway, I mean, that settles it. That makes us a profit on this. We were trading 3 different markets against each other, so there's a lot to keep up with. But in the end, we're just going to make that decision as per the directive. Second goal, look to exit the market, and that's pretty much where we're going to be. So you can see that even if we didn't get involved on the over and under 1.5, would have been -20 on the match odds, and then the £18-19 on here, so it would have been around a -£1 loss anyway. Would have been a scratch trade, but in the end it was the 1.5 goals market which actually got us the profit on this one. So we've ended up with a profit. So many different ways you could have played this trade. Honestly, it's worth playing the tape back and seeing what you would have done based on this. But hey, you know, we came out with a profit in the end. Ajax 1, Olympiakos 1. And so let's talk about what is probably my favourite feature, if you haven't guessed it, with regards to the Football Trading Genie. It is the correct score trading AI side of things. And so with the correct score trading prompt within the Football Trading Genie, you're going to get a target score formula for any match basically done for you. And if you've traded the correct score market, you will know how time consuming it can be to try and research a match, try and pick out your target score formula. But thankfully, we've got the AI, we've got that mathematical brain which can just crunch all the numbers and give us a target score formula within just a few seconds. And the goal timing aspect is already accounted for. When you're trading correct score market, it is the timing of the goals. You've got to try and aim for matches which are going to have those goals later rather than earlier. Not always so easy, as we know. But the great thing is, remember, the Football Trading Genie, it has all the data. It's got all the goal timing data already in there. And it can very quickly give us a target score formula based on that. And because of this, it actually makes almost every match tradable with regards to correct score trading, liquidity dependent. Okay, so for those who've done our correct score trading course before, you will know we kind of focused on a certain type of match. However, following what the Football Trading Genie comes up with, we can trade almost any match as long as we're sticking to those same correct score trading principles of lowering our risk and trying to maximize our profits. But anyway, if you haven't already seen it, I've got a couple of never before seen correct score trading clips using the Football Trading AI. Let's get into that right now.
So we're going to trade this match from the Dutch League, and we're going to be trading the correct score market, and we're going to use AI to help us trade it. These matches from the Dutch League, they can often be absolutely chaotic. So let's see what the AI has to say about the direction we should go in on this one. And going in favour of the away team, Willem. 1-0, 1-2, 1-3, 1-1. Also a 2-1 in favour of Young Ajax as well. So let's get set up. So just to show you, we split up the stake and covered these scores as our entry scores. So it's quite interesting. It's gone for that 1-1, 1-2 and 2-1 sort of formula. So that can definitely potentially be a big help depending on how this match goes. So obviously I did say this league can be chaotic. It seems like the AI knows it also. Anyway, we'll be trading this one in play and we'll give you more updates. So it's half time in this one and it's 0-0 at half time. So not much going on in this one. It's a bit of a low XG also. So anyway, we're not going to take any action on this just yet. We're going to let this ride. We're going to see if that XG can increase. If it does increase, then maybe we might go against this the 0-0, go full liability. But as it stands, there isn't much to do. We'll let this ride. Obviously, if Willem can take the lead, then we're in business. If it's Ajax who takes the lead, then yeah, we've got some work to do. So anyway, let's see what happens. 0-0 at half time. 57 minutes on the clock. It's Young Ajax who've taken the lead. So not necessarily good news. We've obviously lost 1-0. We would have much preferred Willem to have been the team to take the lead. But doesn't change that much because we still need Willem to score. We still got 1-1, we've still got 1-2, and still got 1-3 and 2-1 alive. So we have to. Our hand is kind of forced if we want to continue with this trade, and we have to kind of be aggressive at this point. So I'm going to get my full liability in the market to go against this 1-0, and we'll just put that in as a lay around 4.2. We'll leave that there to see if that gets taken. Hopefully it gets taken within the clip, and it is. Okay, so there you have it. We're on the 1-0. Now, worst case scenario remains 1-0. But if Willem can score, we're very much in business on this because then we've got 2-1 and 1-2 covered. And it could be a good ending to the game. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for Willem to score. It's 59 minutes on the clock. It's Young Ajax 1, Willem 72 minutes. The goal we were looking for has just arrived and Willem have equalised. So let me quickly actually move right now because obviously this match is heating up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the profit we have on the 1-1 and we're really going to go for it. Okay, we're going to go for a winning or a go-ahead goal at least in this one. So we've got break even on the 1-1 if it does remain 1-1. Then we've got profits on the 1-2, 1-3, also 2-1 to Ajax also. And then obviously we do have green on the other scores, but the next two possible scores, we've got big lumps of green on them, and we can definitely do something with those if we hit. If we hit. Let's see what happens. We've got plenty of time to do it. 73 minutes. It's 1-1 in this one. 82 minutes. We just had another goal. It's Young Ajax who've taken the lead here. And so we can start to remove or distribute some of this green. So I'm going to lay this off so we can have some green on the other scores. We've got 3-6-3 worth of green, but we've got to spread that out over the other scores just in case there is another goal in this one. And that's been taken. I'm going to put this order in a little bit lower. The price should probably be around 1.6, but this is what happens when you're in low liquidity markets like this. So I'll put an order in, and it will put us in a position of 184 of green on the 2-1 to Young Ajax, but then any other goal will put us on to £300 worth of profit. But anyway, that's in the market there, as you can see. Or it's waiting to be taken anyway. We could lock in 2-1-2, of course, just to be clear. But we're going to try and put ourselves in a position. That should get taken in the next couple of minutes. Oh, okay, well, it's taken now. So now you can see 184 of green. If it remains 2-1, another goal, and we'll leverage up, and we'll have £300 of green on that score. So we're in a very nice position. We're in a position where we know we're going to make a profit. It's just a matter of how much. Let's see what happens. There's around 7 minutes left plus the time added on. We're deep in injury time on this one. That looks like it's probably going to be the final score. So Young Ajax are going to be winning this 2-1. So it's quite interesting when you go back to the beginning of this clip and you look at the target scores that we covered, which were in favour of Willem. And it was that plan B, which was the 2-1 to Young Ajax, which I did think, well, okay, it's a strange one to throw in. Clearly the AI saw something and just said, hey, yeah, you better be covering that 2-1 to Ajax. And anyway, as you know, we have covered it and it's ended up making us a profit. So our plan A was to go in favour of Willem. Plan B was to, well, cover, I think it was, what was it, the 1-1 and the 2-1 in favour of Ajax. It's a plan B that's going to help us to win the trade. So that's the beauty of the correct score market. We obviously went in favouring one team. They've ended up losing. We've ended up profiting. Final score, Young Ajax 2, Willem 1.
We're going to trade this match with Fiorentina and a Polish team, which I should really learn. I should really learn how to pronounce their name. But anyway, Fiorentina are the favourites in this one. We're going to go to the AI. We're going to go to the Football Trading Genie to get our target correct scores for this. And then we're going to get involved in the market. So looks like the Football Trading Genie is targeting a 1-0 win for Fiorentina. Obviously, we're going to cover the scores around it. So 0-1, 0-2, 1-1, 1-2 and 1-3. Let's go get set up. So we're all set up here. 0-1, 0-2, 1-1, 1-2 and 1-3. And yeah, let's see how it goes in play. It's just about to kick off from the Europa Conference League. So we've reached half time here and it is 0-0 at half time, but that's actually going according to plan. You might think 0-0, that's not very good. Well, it's actually going according to plan because obviously we've gone in favour of a low scoring Fiorentina win. So as long as Fiorentina take the lead in the second half, we're probably good. The question is, do we take any action at this point? Now, I've plugged in the XG numbers here. And yeah, it's not looking great. It's already leading towards a low scoring match and Fiorentina slightly edging it. So it's going in the right direction. It's not quite there yet. But based on this, there's no need to take any action. No need to be aggressive. We'll let it ride. It's 0-0 at half time. Let's see what the second half brings. 57 minutes on the clock. Fiorentina have taken the lead. And that is no huge surprise to us. We did see that they were edging towards this at half time. So obviously we're on this 1-0 score. We've got big green on that 0-2. We're going to make the 0-2 our new target score with enough time on the clock for another goal at least. As said, we're kind of going towards a low scoring win in favour of Fiorentina. They are ahead, but I'm willing to sacrifice all the green we've got on that 0-1 to Fiorentina. Let me just do that and try and see if we can hit the 2-0. And we just had a goal. This is going to be interesting. From what I can see, we're looking at an equaliser, which is a little bit annoying. Just said, we're looking for that 2-0 as the target score. Now, what I can see is I do think that there's a VAR check on this one. It could be ruling it out. So, there's still stuff to do on this one. But anyway, yeah, the 0-2 was the new target score. If this goal stands, we're going to be on the 1-1. But anyway, let's let the VAR do its thing and then we'll be right back. So the goal did not stand. And if you're eagle-eyed, they also took my lay bet away. So actually, that's quite kind of them. We're actually probably going to get a chance to lay off just a little bit more. So anyway, let's do that. And we will lay off £50 of risk. We'll go down to 0 on the 0-1. And obviously that disallowed goal, it was a pretty close disallowed goal. And probably just a bit of a warning sign that maybe we should have something on that 1-1. So anyway, got that order in there at 2.7. It's being taken very, very slowly, as you can see. But once it is taken, it will put a fair amount more green on that 1-1. But we still got the 0-2 as our big target score that we're looking for. Let's see what happens. It's all right, fully taken now, as you can see. So anyway, it is 1-0 to Fiorentina. That's definitely confirmed. Let's see what happens from here. 66 minutes on the clock, and Fiorentina have just doubled the lead. So we are on that 2-0. We can lock it in if we really wanted to. But do keep in mind, we've still got 1-2 alive. We've still got 1-3 alive in this situation. So we don't necessarily want to completely close the door to that. So what I will do is I'm going to lay off some of the green. We're going to leave ourselves with potentially around £127 of profit on the 0-2. But once this gets taken, you'll see that it's going to put a bit more profit on the 1-2 and that 1-3. So if the home team, who I can't pronounce, could pull a goal back, then that would be very, very nice for us, okay? So I'm actually going to do something else. Hold on, let's just put in an order here to lay off that once it hits 2.0. So we'll have £100 profit if it remains 2-0 to Fiorentina. We will take a bit of a hit to our profit if Fiorentina score again, but that's a risk. It's a risk I'm willing to take in this one because they are outperforming their XG. And from what I can see, the home team are due a goal. So we're going to leave that order in the market. And let's see if they can get a goal back. And let's see if we can get on that 1-2 or even that 1-3. Let's see, 67 minutes on the clock. It's 2-0 to Fiorentina. There has been a third goal in this one. It's not quite gone the way we wanted as Fiorentina have made it 3-0. So based on that, we're just going to take the profits on this one. We can't, we're going to lock in the profits across all the outcomes. It was £60 of profit if we left it on the 0-3. But we're going to cash it out, and we're not going to try and hang around to see if the home team can potentially get on the score sheet. I think that ship might have sailed for us. So anyway, interesting trade. 0-0 at half time. We could see it was edging towards Fiorentina, and they've really taken control in the second half, and looks like they're going to win this very comfortably in the end. So anyway, we have exited with a profit, £110 locked in. The home team 0, Fiorentina 3. So the correct score trading, probably the best part of all. But anyway, we've shown you quite a lot in the video today. If you do like what you see and you want to try and move forward and get hold of the Football Trading Genie for yourself and give it a go, get a demo, then the link in the description will take you to the next step, or you can scan the QR code. Okay, that's for those who want to move forward and start giving it a go. Okay, hopefully you've seen everything you need to see. If there's any questions, you can leave them in the comments and we'll try and get to them. But pretty much, as mentioned earlier on, under the hood with this, you've got a maths-based AI, you've got a live API data feed, and it's 100% trained on football trading. Many people might think this is just ChatGPT with a football trading prompt, but obviously it's not. And hopefully we've seen you we've shown you quite a lot of examples of why that is not the case. The Football Trading Genie, it's built completely differently, and this is AI thinking exactly like a football trader. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. And what have we got here? Yeah, we do have other videos. So if you want to continue the journey and check out some more videos, there is a video on the screen right now, which is well worth checking out. So go click on that video, go grab another nice cold beer, and I'll see you in the next video.